Identity with Tayanika. Welcome to another episode of Explore Your Identity. Here we have conversations about different aspects of our life, both positive and negative, that shaped who we are today. I have got another really interesting guest. My guest today, I was first introduced to her not long ago, and I was completely captivated by her essence, her presence, and just having a conversation with her. And I'm so happy to have her here with me to have a conversation about her identity, and I look forward to exploring your identity. Kathryn Turner, welcome to today's episode.
Thank you. I'm Kathryn Turner, so I'm 24 and I'm from Liverpool.
Welcome. Thank you for accepting my invite to have this conversation. So I usually like to start with a bit about your background. Is there anything that you feel in particular, both positive or negative, that has shaped who you are today?
I am actually 6'2/3" in height. I also grew up struggling with my identity through bullying and finding myself and realising that the outer world did not define who I am, and that the inner me is the real me, regardless of my physicality.
How did that comparison that you had between yourself and other children, how did the other children treat you?
Yeah. It's the same thing with the height. I always thought I was beautiful. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it until one day someone turned around to me and said, "Oh, why are you the same height as the year 6 children, but you're in year 2? And then I was like, oh, I am different. And because they said it with a negative connotation, it then pulled me into self-doubt. Because I was like, oh,
in year
that's
2?
not normal. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And what, did you go home and tell your parents?
I think I might have told them. And then I used to try and tell my mum, and she'd go, no, but you're beautiful. Beautiful. And you're going to grow up beautiful. So she always believed in me. So whenever I'd come with the negative, she'd come with the positive. So I could come and try and tell her this is happening, but she said it doesn't matter because you're beautiful.
So was it like something that was just like a comment that was said to you once that kind of got to you? Or
that happened once, and then it became repetitive then. And then without realising, so a lot of tall girls will probably relate to this, you'll be put at like the back of assembly rather than the front of assembly, or the other children will be small, so they'll be on like small seats, and you'll be given a big seat. So you're separated. So it's that feeling of separation.
But did you getting a bigger seat make you feel less than the other, or different, make you feel different?
It made me feel different. So then, because they were telling me that it was obviously a bad thing, I was like, oh, it's a bad thing. But then now I realise that set me apart. So these days now I see it as, wow, I'm in a different seat because I've got a big purpose. I'm a big person because I've got a big purpose.
Yeah.
But that's like the painful journey that led me to this now. Wow. So now I can sit in my own seat and it doesn't bother me.
At what age would you say you kind of were most comfortable? Well, I can't say most comfortable because we kind of evolve. Yeah. But at what age do you feel like you started really being comfortable with your identity?
So now is my key moment. I feel like I'm going into my prime.
Yes.
However, 17, because I grew up as a fat child as well, which not many people believe. I was overweight and tall. So 17, I lost a lot of weight. Not in the best way.
How did you lose it? You didn't eat?
Yeah,
okay.
Which is not good, but that's because of other people's comments. And I thought, this is going to make me happy. When I get skinny, I'm going to be happy. So I become skinny. And then male attention comes, oh, you're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. So then I placed my validation onto men and the fact that I was now skinny. But then when I look back, I still wasn't happy.
Yes.
Because I hadn't found myself. I was thinking that this body that I'm existing in is going to give me all the happiness that I need. So then I feel like this year, I've really stepped into myself. I've realised who I am. And I've took all of that as the biggest lesson and blessing. So anyone that ever said anything wrong to me, I forgive and I love them for it because they've made me who I am now.
Wow.
Whereas before, I used to think, oh, that person did this because... No, they were just there to show me what I needed to heal within myself.
And in a few words, who are you now? Who's Kathryn Turner now? What are some of the elements that define who you are now?
I'd say I'm at peace. I'm pure-hearted. And I've got big visions that are limitless. So I'd say I'm limitless at the moment.
Can you share some of your visions with us? Not all of them, the ones that you're comfortable sharing.
At the moment, a big vision is for everyone to feel what I feel. So I am the vision within itself at the moment.
Yeah.
I want people to be in that level of confidence, and especially women, to realise that they're queens, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, they're not seeing that. And they're putting their hopes and dreams on other things rather than themselves. So with that being said, if everybody could achieve that level of serenity, then it would impact everyone and everything around them.
Wow.
So that would then impact the world. But it all starts with yourself. So I used to say at a young age, I want to change the world. Because it used to really hurt me. You know, when I'd see pain outside and people down and the world in disarray, I used to feel it in my soul and I'd feel the pain and I'd think, no, I want to change that. And someone said to me once, but first you need to change yourself.
That's true.
I feel like I'm constantly doing that now.
Yes.
And the world's changing around me because of that fact.
And what's your current path at the moment?
So at the moment, my path is leading me towards... My big goal in front of me is Miss England semi-finals. So I'm in that, which is taking place in April.
So you are a finalist?
Yeah.
Way! That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's a big achievement to get there. And it's just beautiful because the places I've been so far and I've been able to speak and spread my truth. I would never have been able to do without the Miss England platform.
And what's your truth?
My truth?
Yes.
There's so much that I could write a book.
Yeah.
But right now I think in the simplest form, it is the fact of separation is the issue in the world. And the fact that even me and you, we should see each other as one rather than separate.
Yes.
So it's one of union, one of justice, one of love.
And how can we get into that into that space of being one?
So it would be lack of judgment. So when we look at other people, we judge them without realising it's human nature sometimes. And that judgment brings us down and it brings them down. Whereas if we look with just pure intention, then you're seeing people as your family, like you're a sister to me. I'm not seeing you as, oh, she's different to me.
Yes.
No, we're the same. We're reflecting things to each other that we need to learn and heal within ourselves. So,
yeah, no, I'm all for love.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with the self-love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember over lockdown, that's when I really, really kind of felt like I went right deep within me and really learned to love myself.
You have to be able to
It took me 2 years, though, to literally... to get through it, where I'm like, oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with who I am. Yeah. But
It takes everyone a different length of time, but I think you have to be able to sit and look at yourself directly in your own eyes and tell yourself.
It was not easy, but I did it, and like 2 years it took me, and I've got to a place where I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with you. I'm okay with who Taya is. All the imperfections, all the scars, everything. I'm okay with it.
Anybody could say something to you and it won't affect you.
No.
You have yourself.
Yes.
Their opinion is just a test to see whether you really do love yourself. So
you've come through the Miss England as a finalist, which is an amazing achievement, if you ask me. Is there anything in particular that you personally feel like I've really achieved this, or on a personal level?
About 3 weeks ago, this is tied in with Miss England, I got invited to speak. I didn't know I was going to be a speaker.
Yes.
To the 71st World Independence Day of Pakistan, which was hosted in Birmingham. So one of the news reporters from Miss England invited me along for that.
Yeah.
So I went along and I was on a table with people from like politicians, police officers, etc.
Yeah.
And there was 4 guest speakers, and I didn't know the 4th one was me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got told, "Oh, you're up next," and I was like, "Oh, but I haven't prepared
Yeah.
my speech.
Wow.
What am I going to say?" And he's a good friend of mine. He patted me on the back and he said, "It's okay. Just speak from your heart."
Wow.
He was like, "That's your gift." And I was like, "Okay." And then in front of hundreds of people, I had to stand up and speak. And I gave the same message.
Yes.
Because that day was beautiful. All the people had come together as a big community.
Yeah.
And there's people from all walks of life. And I said, what we see in this room today is what we should see outside the room.
That's amazing.
And it was beautiful. And everyone was captivated. And I thought, this is a big achievement of mine, to be able to stand on a big platform.
Wow.
And give my message. Because my friends will know I'm always around them doing the same thing, telling them, oh, it's okay.
Yes.
Giving them insight. But you can give it to one person, but if you can give it to multiple, you're changing their lives, aren't you?
Exactly.
So.
Wow, that's amazing. So what's next for you?
So next is just self-growth.
Yes.
So we've obviously got the landmark of the Miss England semi-final.
Yeah.
So Taya's making my dress for me, aren't you?
I am, and I look forward to it.
So you'll get to see that when it takes place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just focusing on my fitness, on my spiritual path. I'm just trying to grow as much as I can. It's really about me. This is my season now, so working hard. In every sense,
do you know what? It's interesting you say that, because that's one thing I do. Like on my journey, I've constantly worked on myself because I recognize the fact that I'm constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And it's not like an overnight thing where you think like, oh, I'm there. As much as I said, it took me like 2 years to rediscover myself. Like everything else is an ongoing process. And what you just said then in terms of working on yourself, your growth, your spirituality, because people don't always understand that with any journey that you're on.
Yeah.
You have to have those levels all aligned for you to become that best version of yourself. So you can't be working on this area and neglecting that area. Everything has to kind of work together.
You need the balance.
Yes, yeah.
And it's about, I'm learning how to allocate my time at the moment. Because your time is the most valuable thing. You don't know how much time you've ever got. So
impact.
Yeah.
Well, what's your thought on making impact? Because I'm so hungry. Like I want to reach the whole world, but I'm still even discovering.
Impact comes from the heart. Everything comes from the heart. If you can say something from the heart, you're having impact. And if you feel that feeling where you feel emotionally overwhelmed as you say something, you're having an impact. Because you're giving out the energy and the emotion.
Wow. So. And how can people connect with you?
Connect with me?
Yeah, like on the socials.
So I've got
Do you
Instagram.
have a website?
Yeah, I haven't got a website at the moment.
Is it coming? Because
soon, hopefully.
Surely you're not going to just do Miss England and then not be a model.
I know. So I've been doing modelling for a bit of a hobby at the moment. Yeah. I've got a lot of photographers who are like, come and work with me. So that's in the future.
What's your other hobbies besides the modelling?
Okay, so modelling. I have my own horse.
Yes.
So she takes a big part of my life.
Can I come and do a shoot with your horse?
We're going to do a shoot
with
horses. Definitely, 100%. I've got a great MMA coach called Heath. So I've just got back into martial arts as well.
Wow.
Which, if you haven't tried it, is amazing. For your mental, your physical, spiritual.
I shall try
Fantastic. What else? I'm an artist as well, but I haven't been painting recently.
Painting?
Yeah, painting.
Nice.
My mum and dad are both artists, so it runs in the blood.
So you are a natural creative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just being creative, really. Gym, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. And you are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram?
I do have Facebook.
Yeah.
Which is obviously...
What do you use the most?
Instagram.
Okay.
So it's Kathryn Turner.
What about TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
I did have TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I deleted it and then reactivated it and ruined my algorithm. So I'm going to make a new TikTok.
Okay.
And restart again with that. But right now I'm focused more on my Instagram.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I don't have...
What about Threads? Have you got Threads?
No, but I got a notification about it the other day. What is it?
So it's literally, this is how I see threads. But I laughed at myself the other day because I hadn't put up a post. I think I've put up probably like 5 posts since I joined threads. But guess what? I was actually, because it tells you what number
Yeah.
you were to join it. I was number 144,000. Like that to me is like the first people that joined it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't put up a thread in a while. Decided to do one the other day, and do you know what I did? I put hashtags. So there's no hashtags.
Wait, what is it? Is it?
So basically, imagine a Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like a
is it on
Twitter,
Instagram?
but yeah, an Instagram version of Twitter without the
Is
hashtags.
it where you've got your DMs, the bit at the top where people write, or is that a note?
So it literally, if you've got a notification, because that's what I did, I got a notification and then I just joined it. So it'd be a completely different app.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's literally like a Twitter
Yeah, it says
without
10 I got one
hashtags.
saying 10 people want to follow me on Threads, and I was like,
Yeah, because when I joined, you see, it asked me if I wanted to follow all the people that are like my friends on Facebook, on Instagram, or I'm still trying to figure it out.
I know, I'm not very good with social media.
Yeah, it's if I wasn't a creative, if I didn't have brands, I probably would be one of those people with a very private account.
So my account had 60
Honestly,
people. I used to have my account, so it must have been around May I opened my account up. I had 60 people before that. So
that would have been me.
Yeah, and then when I did a few things for the press, I opened it up because I've chose that path now, so you need to have that platform.
Yeah,
So,
because for me, I feel like it's more of a platform for me to be this person that people know.
Or for your work.
Whereas for my personal stuff, I feel like it's all kind of more.
I have a personal account with 7 people on there.
Yeah, I think it's important to.
That are close to my heart.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to do that because I've considered kind of having like a personal account, but then I think, you know what? Because I've got 4 brands.
Yeah.
Managing this Instagram, that Instagram, and a personal one is just too much for me.
To be honest,
so I tend to make personal stuff on the stories.
Yeah, and the personal people, they know you in real life.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They know what's going on.
And I tend to use my WhatsApp status more for personal stuff rather than work stuff.
Yeah.
I'll still put on my work stuff there, but I find that my WhatsApp, because most people that have got me in their contacts are most likely people I've dealt with on a one-to-one level. So that's why I can kind of put like my personal stuff. But it is balancing this social media.
Social media, once you put it out there, it could be anywhere. That's what you always have to realise with it.
So,
I like to look at my old accounts, speaking of identity, because they are hilarious.
Really?
I look at them and I'm like, is that even me? I'm like, wow, I have evolved so much.
Wow.
And I think the people that must have had me back then must listen to me now and be like, is that really Kathryn? Is that really her?
No, that's good. That's evolving. That's growing, right? So we like to end with some fun fashion-related questions. I can see your handbag.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
What do we
gold.
think my favourite colour is? Yeah, gold.
Oh, is your favourite colour gold?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's my favourite colour. Yes.
That's clean level colour.
I love gold and I love yellow because yellow makes me happy. And I just feel like they're kind of related, really. Yeah.
But gold is just...
that is my colour. Yes,
yeah,
that is my colour.
And maybe sometimes white as well. White and gold together can be...
Pure. That's like my deco in the boutique, the white and gold. Yeah, that's like kind of my branding.
It's a shop, by the way.
Thank you.
Been down to see 7 Streets on Smithdown Road.
Yes, just bringing a bit of sunshine and love. That's it. Do you know what? I actually put my heart and soul into it. Yeah. I literally just brought that love onto Smithdown Road. So I'm hoping I've created something that, will be remembered on Smithdown Road.
It will be remembered.
Yeah. So, is there any unusual item in your handbag or something that you walk around with a lot that would be, unusual?
I feel like I'm boring in that sense. So, I always have my AirPods, okay? I've always got water and a lip liner.
Okay.
I'm trying to quit with the lip liner. But one interesting thing is if I'm wearing gold jewellery, I always have this necklace and this bracelet in my bag.
Oh.
Because it's massive, like, sentimental meaning to me. So this bracelet was bought with pure love, and I feel like, and necklace. So wherever I go, if I'm going to speak or to an event, I always feel like I need it because it reminds me of my strength and my love. So,
well, my next question was actually going to be about a sentimental item of clothing you have.
Oh, clothing.
Yeah.
This is jewellery, so we won't class this because I've got two other items. But I'd say the most longest emotionally connected item I've got is actually a t-shirt from The Script. You know that band?
Oh, yes.
From Ireland. Which is, I always say I've never been a fan of celebrities, etc.
Yeah.
But as a child, I was a fan. So when I was down as a child, I remember watching the news and I saw the song, The Man Who Can't Be Moved, by The Script. And it just touched my soul. Do you know when that happens? And you just connect with something?
Yes.
And I was like,
I have those moments. Yeah.
And he was singing about a girl who he fell in love with, and he was waiting for her every day on this corner of the street. And he was waiting for an eternity for her, basically. And I've always been like, I'm a lover. So I was like, wow, even as a child. So my mum got me the album. And then I used to listen to the album. And there was one song called If You See Kay.
Yes.
And my family all call me Kay. And it was If You See Kay, will you tell her that I love her?
Oh.
So I used to listen to the song. I used to think it's about me. I'd be like, someone loves me.
Yes.
Okay? I used to listen to it over and over. And then the whole album became like a script to my life at that time, which is interesting, hence the name. And then on my birthday, 13th birthday, Mum got me the t-shirt for the album. And I used to wear it everywhere. I was obsessed with this t-shirt. I'd literally get it to wash it all the time and I'd wear it. I wore it to my birthday party. And it wasn't even that nice of a t-shirt.
Is it still in one piece?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it is actually still going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you got any not so favourable fashion shopping experiences that you can think of?
Literally when I go into most shops.
Really?
Because of the clothes, I just don't vibe with them.
What about
your shop? I was like, remember when I came in? I was because that was the Versace part, you know, the that section, and then all your colours and patterns. I was like, wow, that spoke to me. But most shops I go in.
Do you know what?
Like,
I must say, because especially now having the boutique, I notice other shops more. Like they, the only time I probably get inspired now is if I go probably like to Cheshire Oaks.
Yeah.
But if I go to just the normal shops, I'm just like, why have they made this so boring?
Yeah.
Like, this, I'm not inspired.
And I just think everyone has their identity, as you say. Yes. And big brands are turning everyone into one same copy. The girls are like copy and paste a lot of the time with the same outfits. And they're gorgeous outfits and they look gorgeous. But you want to have that difference.
Yeah.
You don't want to be completely
Would you say that in terms of the fashion industry as a whole, would you say they're a lot more inclusive now, or
I feel like they
in
are
terms of
inclusive. As in, like my uncle always says about gym clothes, it's great because women of any size can wear leggings and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like jeans.
Yeah.
Whereas like some women might be too large or too small for certain jeans, leggings. It is one size fits all. But it's inclusive, but it needs a bit of spice.
What I discovered myself since opening 7th Street was that gap when it comes to plus size. I really hope that I will get there soon, where I can literally like just have my own team just working on like a plus
for example, I said
collection.
This dress is from a boutique, but even the measurements, because I'm tall, it looks nice on me and I carry it well. But if you pay attention to details as a fashion expert, you're going to notice the measurements aren't perfect. And that affects your whole look then, doesn't it?
It does.
Whereas like Taya, she'll take your measurements and make something that fits you.
Yes.
Which
just
is
for
the point.
Yeah.
So when you go to Primark, sometimes it might be a little bit short, but when you go to someone that can make clothes, they can make sure it's the perfect length and everything.
But yeah, in terms of, I'm saying like the imagery, in terms of inclusivity, it's a lot more inclusive now. But then you still look at the clothes on the rails and it's like, are they really that inclusive? And
I notice with I like to dress in a modest sense now, and you'll struggle to find modest clothing.
What's your idea of modest clothing?
So for me, I just think something long and elegant without splits up. So I
Yes.
found dresses in the past and they're gorgeous, and then they've got a split to here.
Yeah.
And for me as well, being tall, the split then means it's to near my belly button.
Yeah.
So that is not modest at all. And then I know a lot of my friends who dress modestly, they struggle, so they go online.
Yeah.
Whereas I think that touch of elegance could be brought back.
Because that's another thing, being 7th Street on Smithdown Road, I get like quite a diverse type of woman that comes in, and I hear that a lot. Women look at a dress, they like it, but they need sleeves on it, and so I listen to what people are saying, and I'm learning.
It's like the dress you have on today. What a lot of women do, who want to dress modestly, they layer as well.
Yes.
So they'll put tops underneath this dress, and you can create, say you could have this dress and then have a matching top which you could layer underneath, and someone who wants it modest can get that.
Yes.
And somebody who doesn't can get.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting subject, and I think I'm wishing you the best with the Miss England, and it'd be such a breath of fresh air to have a Miss England that has got that perspective that you have of modesty, and that's sending that message out to young women, because with social media we see a lot of nakedness, and it's like these young people are growing up thinking this is normal.
It's fine, for everyone empowers themselves in different ways.
Yes,
So if I see someone shining and that's how they're shining,
that's great.
then all power to them. But for me,
But we're not all like that.
and I've noticed that for me, that's not the way that I shine, because my beauty is inside. So the outside distracts from who I really am. If that makes sense. And
Yeah.
I think I've been blessed with this body and blessed with this height and everything, and I just want to keep it precious and keep it for who I think
Precious. It's precious.
Yeah.
I love that. Last but not least, have you got a fashion-related question for me?
Okay, so looking at my outfit, what would you change?
The one you're wearing now?
Yeah. In an honest sense.
Well, you've gone for a day look. Do you know the thing is, because like I say to you, I have got this dress, and do you know what I wanted to change on the dress that I had? Only because I wanted to make it more of like an wedding. I like how you're wearing it now because it's a day look. But I wanted to make it more of a wedding outfit, more formal. I would have swapped the sleeves for a lacy type of, with the same fabric. Something a bit more maybe puffy, or some detail on the sleeve, or a lace type of fabric. That's what I would have done. Yeah. But that's it. I like how you're wearing it, because you're carrying it as a day look.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. You can transform it from day to formal.
Do you know what's gorgeous as well? When you wear like formal things in a day sense. Because by accessorising it in a casual way, it just brings that elegance. But
I like elegance.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So fashion is just amazing.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's my joy. It's my happy place. Yeah.
I know, I'm surrounded by clothes in my house that I need to sell. I didn't realise how much I loved fashion. I looked this morning and I was like, there's so much stuff I'm never going to wear.
Wow. Maybe it's time for a spring clean.
I know.
Oh. Well, we've come to the end of this episode, and I'm just so happy that we had this conversation, and we've managed to have this conversation. This is Explore Your Identity, where we have conversations about different aspects that shape who we are. If you enjoyed this conversation, please share it, subscribe, like, comment. I want to hear more from you. If you actually have questions for Kathryn, feel free to put them in the comments, or, get in contact with her, and just any questions you have. I think she's an amazing model for role model when it comes to modesty and being that modern woman. She's young, she's a Miss England contestant, and she's talking about modest fashion. I really love that. And keep up the great work. Until next time, I'm Taya Hughes, your host, and see you soon. Explore your identity with Taya.